Hi, this is Al Alborn from Prince William County, Virginia, and I'm here with Austin Haynes. He's a candidate for the Clerk of the Circuit Court here in Prince William, and Austin has agreed to chat with me. Good morning, Austin. Thank you for giving me some time.
Thank you.
So, I'm really delighted that you're running for the office. Can you tell me why you decided to run?
Well, it's an office I've been interested in for about 10 years. About 10 years ago, I happened to be sitting down with Jackson Miller. We're business partners, and I was talking to him. I said, if there was ever an office I'd be interested in running in, it'd be Clerk of the Circuit Court. The last time around, I wasn't ready. And I actually thought about running 8 years ago, but I wasn't quite ready. I knew that Miss McQuigg was going to run, Lucy Beecham was going to run, and then a gentleman named Bill Ryland ran. And it was a pretty crowded field. I just didn't think I was there quite yet. So over the course of the last 8 years, I've given it some thought. About 3 years ago, I began giving it serious thought. I took a look at what was going on in the office as it stood right now, and I just felt that there was a need for somebody with professional management experience, somebody that understood employee relations, really somebody that came from the private sector as opposed to somebody that was necessarily a long-term public official. Some people seem to feel that the clerk's office is a position that's given to a public official near the end. They kind of put that person in there as their retirement pasture. Well, that's not what it should be. The clerk's office is the third highest paying position that you vote for in Prince William County or the city of Manassas or Manassas Park. It's right behind the sheriff and the Commonwealth's attorney. So it is a full-time management position. It has approximately 50 employees and a $3.5 million budget. So it's a pretty serious position.
Wow. What do you plan to do first when you assume office?
One of the first things I'd like to do is a technology audit. One of the things that the current clerk has done is began to update technology features. And she began that process 8 years ago, and she's done quite a bit, actually. But what happens is, 8 years ago, we also had cell phones that were this big. Then we moved to flip phones, and now we're moving back to cell phones this big, except for they're that wide, they're called tablets. So technology is constantly evolving, and I think it's extremely important that we have somebody in the clerk's office that understands that, and that is willing to evolve with that technology. One of the things that we have today is a very constrained budgetary process, especially in the clerk's office. The budget has gone down dramatically over the 8 years, and some of that was at the behest of the person that currently holds the office, and was very good. The office probably was bloated when she took office. But we've gotten to the point where the people are overworked, the staff's unhappy. It's really at a point where unless we're going to raise the budget, we have to figure out what's the alternative. And the alternative is modern technology. Modern technology does free up time. It does allow people to be more productive. So it's just not technology allowing electronic filing for settlement companies, things like that. It's modern technology for the employees themselves. And so we have to look at that. And what can we do to make their jobs easier and yet more productive at the same time?
It sounds like you're fairly concerned about employees, morale, etc.
I am. One of the things I've heard from the current office is that there are employees that are not really pleased with their current positions. One of the things I would happily do with employees is if they wish to file or apply to jobs in other departments or other sections such as the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office, the Sheriff's Office, or some other state agency, I will happily support them in that. I believe that people need to move up in their careers, and sometimes that move up doesn't mean staying in the same department. So no, I think that it's a place that can be made a happy place to work. Is it ever going to be, totally jovial? No. I mean, ultimately, you're dealing with people that are not happy when they walk in the door because they're possibly charged with a crime or they're being sued or whatever the case may be. Are there times people are happy? Sure. You also give out marriage licenses and concealed weapons permits and things like that. So it is a very diverse office that has over 800 mandated responsibilities.
Wow. Now, as a citizen of Prince William County, I only know the office notionally, and you mentioned a few things. So as a voter, one of those 420 plus thousand folks who are going to be considering the office, how will it impact me day to day?
Directly, it doesn't. And that's what people don't understand, is that the clerk's office typically only impacts you when you have something happen. You want to get married, you want a concealed weapons permit, you got to go to court, you've been called to jury. She handles the jury pool currently. So that's how it typically impacts you directly. Indirectly, it impacts you because it is the support system for the judicial process. And that's how the office has to be looked at. It is a support system. It is your administrative system for getting the job done when it comes to the circuit court level. In both the Juvenile Domestic Relations Court and the District Court, the clerks are appointed. They are very professional in nature. And I will say our current clerk has been very professional in nature in the past. I don't have anything really negative to say there. I think she's done an okay job. I guess my point would be that is okay good enough? And when you're hiring your third highest paid position, I don't think okay is good enough.
It sounds like you want to give us a Clerk of County Court 2.0 and bring us into the 21st century.
I think that's exactly what the goal is. I think my goal is to take it to the next level. Just this past week, my opponent had the opportunity to speak in front of a group, and one of the comments that she made is, now that we're starting to get to a certain place technology-wise, we'll now begin to concentrate on customer service. Well, I'm sorry. Customer service is each and every day. Maybe that comes from my business background, I don't know, but you never fail customer service. That is a constant. And I can tell you that I do feel this, that when I walk into the circuit court level right now, there is a lady that has been there for quite a while. She sits at the little information booth, and that lady gives 100% customer service every day. I think that's the attitude that lady takes, is the attitude that I think has to come from the top down throughout the entire department.
Well, thank you, Austin. I appreciate you spending some time with me. I, for one, am certainly on your side as a citizen of Prince William County, and wish you the best of luck. This is Al Alborn, One Libertarian's Opinion, chatting with Austin Haynes. I'm assuming you're asking for everybody's vote?
I am. People of City of Manassas Park, and Prince William County, I hope you'll choose to hire me as your next clerk of the circuit court.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Merry Christmas, Al.
Merry Christmas to you, Austin. And that's a wrap.